Many students today struggles to budget, like transportation, food, and school expenses continues to rise. To find out how students manage their money, we now go to live to Miss Sedusta, who is the ground with more details. Miss Sedusta?
Thank you, Mr. Nerefe. I'm here at MSU Buug campus where we spoke to several students about how they handle their daily allowance. Despite having different amounts of money to work with, many of them have common challenges in budgeting their allowance. Morning. I'm Miss Andrea. Can we ask you some few questions regarding on budgeting your allowances?
Sure.
Okay, first is, how much allowance do you usually receive and is it enough for your daily needs?
So, I receive 4,000 per month and hindi siya enough para sa kuha, especially kay kuan ko materialistic din. Sige, nagkaon sa gawasan na.
Sige. What school expenses affect your allowances the most?
Siguro yung mga requirements po sa mga kuan mga projects like that.
What are the biggest challenges you face when budgeting your allowance?
My biggest challenges is that kanang mugasto ko karon dayon dili na ko kwintahon bitaw pagkahuman din wala na ako kabalo nga alam mo na ni kadako ako nagasto wala ko kabalo nga kanang kulang na di ay akong allowance for this month ana ka challenges.
If you could change one thing about how allowances are managed in your daily life, what would it be?
Siguro kanang maging kuan watchful gid kayo sa kanang imong ginapalit kanang dili ka magpadala sa imong mga wants o mga lanto-lanto sa kilid dapat kuan ka straightforward kasi mong gusto paliton di na magding-iling isa lain.
Sige, thank you, te.
Thank you.
Good afternoon po.
Hi, good afternoon, ate.
I'm Miss Andrea and can we ask you a few questions regarding on your allowances?
Sure po.
Okay, first is, how much allowance do you usually receive and is it enough for your daily needs?
2.5 po yung allowance ko and para sa akin kulang.
Okay. What school expenses affect your allowances the most?
Sa mga pagkain.
Pang date goro.
Dili, grabe po.
What are the biggest challenges you face in budgeting your allowance?
Kadalasan sa cravings.
Okay. Last but not the least, if you could change one thing about how allowances are managed in your daily life, what would it be?
I-limit na ako akong paggasto sa mga wala pulos nga butang.
Oh, very good. Sige, thank you.
Thank you.
Morning, Miss Angela.
Good morning, Miss Sedusta.
Can we ask you some few questions regarding on your allowances?
Yes, sure.
Okay, first is, how much allowance do you usually receive and is it enough for your daily needs?
Well, the allowance I usually receive is 100 per day, which is 500 per week, and in short, 2,000 per month.
Okay.
And sa atong,
Is it enough for your daily needs?
is it enough? Well, the only thing I need to be sure of is my transportation expenses, and I don't really need to go and buy food for recess and such. So yes, it is enough for my daily.
Okay. What school expenses affect your allowance the most?
School expenses such as like for events, mga amot para sa events. Pero it doesn't really affect my allowance because my mother gives me money separate from that.
Okay. What are the biggest challenges you face when budgeting your allowance?
Since I mentioned earlier that my allowance is mainly for transportation, sometimes I have to evaluate like which should I take, like should I take the bus or should I take the jeep, and sometimes the prices differ. So that's my biggest challenge in order like kung maigo ba completely and stuff like that.
Okay. If you could change one thing about how allowances are managed in your daily life, what would it be?
How allowances, like wait, can you please repeat the question?
If you could change one thing about how allowances are managed in your daily life, what would it be?
I think I would like to increase it a bit just for emergency purposes, like just in case I need to take this for transportation, yes, like that, like mga emergency
According to the students, careful spending and avoiding unnecessary things to buy with are key to last their allowances. This is Miss Andrea reporting here in MSU Buug campus. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Ms. Surusta, for that report. Proper budgeting is truly an important part of every student's life, especially with rising prices today. This is Echo 9, the AGS broadcast, reporting.